journey begins at Maun in Botswana. At Sehitwa, the road branches off to the northwest in direction of the Namibian border. The Okavango River, with a fanning out into the delta, looks like a frying pan, the river being the handle. It is therefore called the Panhandle. Over a distance of approximately 100 kilometers, the tar road is terrible, with numerous and at times treacherous potholes. I passed a vehicle, the front axle of which had been torn out completely. Luckily, I traveled in a robust 4x4 vehicle. At the Muhembo border post, I cross into Namibia. For a short distance, one travels through the Mahango core area of the massive Bwabwata National Park before arriving at the Shametu Lodge, where I had booked a campsite. The lodge is situated at the western banks of the Okavango River. The campsite was first class, with private ablution facilities and kitchen, well-maintained lawn and electrical power. Game viewing takes place predominantly on both sides of the river. To reach the other side, one has to cross a bridge at the village of Divundu. It was August and still very dry. This is the first day in the Bwabwata National Park in the buffalo section. The Bwabwata National Park consists of two sections, the buffalo one and the Mahango one. Both are separated by the Okavango River. I have been driving past here to the east of the Caprivi, but never took the effort to see what's available here in this national park. So let's be positive and start the game drive. Surprising that these warthogs display such long manes. Perhaps they raise their hair during a fight. The morning visit to the eastern side, called the Buffalo Core area. This herd seems to confirm that I was on the correct side. The buffalo area of this game reserve deserves its name because there's a huge herd of buffalo here. I guess approximately 300 to 400 animals. And if they run, they all run, as if the ones in the back suspect that the ones in the front know something they don't know. Few buffaloes without oxpeckers. An immature great white egret lacks the pronounced yellow beak of the adult. Here in this section of the buffalo area, one can drive out onto the floodplain of the river, where there are many water birds congregated. An interesting variety of birds in one place. Open-billed stork, sacred ibis, grey heron, great white egret, glossy ibis, and the black ibis. The latter spreads its wings like a shade, thereby removing the reflection on on the water surface for better visibility into the water. In the distance, 2 red lechwe. Their horns are similar to that of the waterbuck, but the waterbuck seems to have a bit thicker horns. Extra wide hoofs allow them to negotiate swampy grounds. A pair of wattled cranes out on the plain. Small crocodile bathing in the sun. The water in front of it is just a very small side arm of the Kavango River. It wouldn't accommodate a large crocodile anyway. A sable antelope bull. These are beautiful animals, majestic. Carcass of a dead elephant. A lot of white-backed vultures and a few marabou storks have already eaten their fill. It must have been dead for a number of days already. One can see the droppings, the white chalk color droppings of the vultures on it. In the air, more vultures and also marabou storks. The marabou stork with the characteristic white legs, where he basically defecates on his legs to cool them down. What is interesting that there are no leopard-faced vultures, only white-backed vultures and marabou storks. Yellow-billed stork. Two bushbuck rams, quite a colorful and dainty antelope. These horns can be very dangerous. They can kill a person when gored. The first group of elephants, family group of elephants in this part of the national park. With family groups of elephants, one has to be extra careful. They are very protective of their young. One can clearly see that they keep their young in the center, surrounded by adults. Cautiously moves the herd through the side arm of the river. The young ones trust the cow in front of them to avoid deep gullies. But one still has the trunk to be used as a snorkel for breathing in case one falls into deeper water. This one enjoys the luxury of a water-flushed toilet. Undisturbed by all the elephants, an African spoonbill goes about his business of foraging for food. Also, a spur-winged goose is not worried about the huge elephants and takes a nap. An African spoonbill and a sacred ibis fishing in the same puddle of water. It is the afternoon of the first day. This morning there were a lot of good photo and film opportunities in the buffalo section of the national park. Now the Mahango section of the national park will be explored, and let's see whether it can measure up to what was available this morning on the other side. A vervet monkey is busy foraging. The Afrikaans name is Bwabwata, which refers to the blue scrotum of the male. At camping sites, they can be a major nuisance. One cannot leave one food item or beverage on the table without running the risk that it is stolen, sometimes even behind one's back. There exist stories of them entering open car windows and grabbing whatever they can hold of in a hurry. This might even be Daddy's expensive camera. Kudu cow with calf. Similar to impalas, kudus are rather skittish in this national park. This might indicate some poaching activity going on. Plains zebra or Burchell's zebra. They don't mind being in company of other animals like these kudus. In other national parks, one can spot them frequently in the company of blue wildebeest. This foal seems to belong to this mare, but by looking at the dimensions of her belly, another foal seems to be already in the oven. When warthogs feed on short grass, they tend to bend their front knees. This is demonstrated here by a mature male with formidable tusks. Male warthogs have 4 warts. Luck has it that we, on the Mahango side of the national park, immediately bump into elephants. By imitating the distress call of impalas, one gets their attention. They stop and look in direction of the supposed danger. This is ideal for filming. I was on my way back to the lodge and was somewhat in a hurry. What the hell kept these elephants to remain in numbers at this place? There must be something for them to feed on. The riddle was solved when I passed the spot. I assumed that all elephants had moved on, but to my surprise, some were still hidden from my view when I bolted past. We both got a bit of a fright. The following day, I made an effort to investigate this location closer. There are many baobab trees in the area. Many of them are 500 to 1,000 years old. The trunk of this tree is not usable as wood. It consists of fiber. That's what the elephants are after. When the bark is damaged, like with any other tree, the tree dies. For protection, the wardens placed rocks around the tree trunk because elephants don't like to walk on stones with their soft soles. When the tree trunk has fallen over, like this one, lunch is served. This explained why the elephants were so persistent the night before. Overcrowding creates competition. This is an opportunity to show a gaping mouth in order to show the teeth, used as weapons in a fight. This immature hippo, however, has little to show for to impress the others. Baboons are regarded as vegetarians. They are, however, omnivores. Occasionally they take young antelopes when the opportunity presents itself. This is the reason why national parks authorities caution against leaving toddlers running around in the presence of baboons.